Hey guys, welcome back to some more AFK Arena. Today we're over on this test account. We have some late patch notes. So when I left this morning, the patch notes were not up, but let's go ahead and look at this. So added the new light bearer, Raoul, the rogue detective. Very interesting. Now we do have a shot of him that I do want to pop up really quick. There is a shot of him that they actually released over on, it was over on Facebook this morning. So as you can see, very interesting. He does have a gun, which kind of makes me think of Walker-esque. There is a smaller companion. I don't know if we're going to get both of these that has a slingshot down here. So again, it's going to be pretty interesting to see exactly how this hero plays out. And of course, since it is a light bearer, it could be another Walker. It could be an Adrian Elise, could be a hero that a lot of players don't use. And also, it is a Ranger. Is looking through there, I believe it is going to be a Ranger. So we're going to have to see exactly what it looks like and if this hero and where this hero is going to be used. Now, of course, when it comes to hero releases, give it about 7 to 10 days. Make sure you know exactly where it is going to be used. Now, added Matria's Dusk Feathers Legendary Epic. So legendary epics, of course, you have to have the hero. So right now we have the one with the awakened version of Belinda. This one is for Matria. So if you do not have a copy of the awakened version, or essentially Matria, because there is no awakened version, then you will not be able to access this. And also, a lot of players that have went through here are having problems and difficulties getting through this and honestly resetting and trying again. Some of the battles in here are tuned very, very high, and they're having a lot of difficulty actually getting through here. So as the Elemental Strife approaches, Taylene rallies the inheritors of the Elemental emblems in preparation for the ultimate battle, yet unbeknownst to them, a crisis already lurks within their ranks. Gonna have to see. I think that might just be the backstory around there. Now, the Lost Spire is coming back. That's right. If you played the Lost Spire, this is actually an event where you descend through the tower. So it is pretty cool. You can enter and explore the underground spire, fight the monsters, and win the battle. Nothing really new with this event. We've seen it a couple times. You can see the battlefield effects updated, added new effects such as Corrosive Carnage, Sanctuary, Riven Soul, Holy Shield Counter, Shield Rejuvenation, and Swift Guard. Updated the boss formation in the Nightmare Corridor by replacing the Infernal Lord with the Cruel Crow, so changing in there. Collections expansion features. So we know even with the updates for collections, didn't really make a big difference. Adventurers can now use diamonds to expand their collections, capped at 400 slots. So they're gonna make us use diamonds? Is that what I'm understanding? They're going to make you use diamonds to have more collections, which we know the collections can go on a bunch of heroes. That really doesn't seem to make a big difference. I'm not paying diamonds to get more collections. I'll just recycle some of the collections that I already have. Now, King's Tower, reduce the difficulty of certain floors between 2250 and 300. Increase the floors to 2350. Then, of course, faction towers are going to 1380. And the Celestial Sanctum and the Infernal Fortress are going to 920. We've already had 900 on there. So fixed an issue from the old version where the skill level +1 sometimes showed up as Mystic plus, which it did not have any effect. We've seen that was a bug. Fixed an issue where in some extreme circumstances, one effect of the Restraining Disciple skill caused enemies within range to be unable to cast the ult. So very similar to Aziz, blocked it out. So guys, not really anything in the patch. We have a new hero, we have a new bounty, and then of course we do have the Lost Spire event. Patch notes, super, super light, but there is going to be another light bearer. So guys, prep, we'll have to see exactly where he is. And again, it says he's the rogue detective, so I'm hoping he is a rogue. It's not going to be Walker the Texas Ranger that came out as a warrior. We're going to have to see exactly what it is because I don't think that it really shows anything else over here on not sure how much it shows over here on Facebook, but looking at Raoul, again, this is the full picture of it, but looking at the unlock card, so pretty cool. Again, I don't know if it is going to be both of them here, but here are the skills. Now, this, of course, is the official release. So he is a rogue. He is an intelligence rogue, which again kind of makes me wonder. Headline news, Raoul converts a portion of accuracy and physical pierce into magic efficiency and magical pierce. Now active, he calls in a newsboy, which I'm sure is the little guy right there with the newspapers, to distribute newspapers, restoring energy to allies. He then delivers a powerful shot to an enemy, dealing damage that ignores defense and stuns. So he has, as a ranger, calling the newsboy to restore energy to allied heroes. Going to be interesting to see how that is. Internal extortion passive, a camera follows Raoul, periodically snapping photos that deal damage to enemies and pinpoint weakness. again, it seems like it's too much with the hero. Raoul blackmails enemies by leveraging their weakness, stealing their energy and attack rating. Stolen attack is returned after a period of time. The low blow, he loads and fires a series of ice, fire, lightning rounds from his test tubes, dealing AoE damage and triggering special effects. Fire is going to be target's defense for a certain period. Lightning test tubes are going to be energy, and then ice is going to be freezing. They might have a PvP aspect, could also have the defense reduction and energy regeneration that we see. Raoul performs a close range triple strike on enemies, dealing damage, knocking them down. Increases the damage multiplier for the test tubes with the exclusive skill. Furniture successful controls an enemy and attempts to control a boss. What? Now that is a little interesting. When Raoul successfully controls an enemy or attempts to control a boss, an additional drone shot is triggered. So that's going to be pretty interesting with the drone shot. So again, he's pretty technologically savvy with low blow, with the drone shots, with things of that nature. We're going to have to see exactly how this hero kind of measures up to the rest of the heroes that we see within AFK Arena. And again, we see AoE damage. Now, of course, when it comes to AoE damage with low blow, we could see an effect when we're looking at the Cursed Realm of the Nightmare Corridor, where you have 5 heroes, and also where you don't actually kill the heroes like the Cursed Realm. You'll actually have the ability to go in there and probably do a lot of damage, dealing AoE damage to all 5 of the targets that are in there. And of course, we're reducing the defense. We're going to have to see exactly what he looks like. I didn't know skills and abilities were already up, but it's kind of crazy that they put up everything up, and they put everything up on Facebook long before we do see it anywhere else. Sometimes we see the snapshots, sometimes we see it kind of here and there, but you can see we don't have all of the numbers in here. But again, I'm kind of questioning the intelligence ranger aspect, and then of course the accuracy to physical pierce into magic efficiency and magic pierce. That almost makes me think, if you're building accuracy, if you're building that physical pierce with the collections, those are going to be turned into that magical efficiency, magical pierce, which could make a really big difference. Now, if it only affects him, we're going to have to see exactly where his damage scales. And again, restoring energy to allies, we're going to have to see what that looks like. And of course, the ultimate ability right here does ignore that defense. So again, going to be pretty interesting. And then I don't know about the drone. I don't know, or attempts to control a boss. An additional drone shot is triggered. I'm not seeing the drone shot after he retreats and recovers health. Raoul performs a close-up triple strike, dealing damage, knocking them down. After the attack, he retreats to recover health. I don't like the runaway aspect. We've seen that with a couple heroes. He is invincible and untargetable during the duration of the skill, which means he's going to have a hide similar to what we've seen with like a Drez, where he kind of pops off the battlefield, something like that. So it's going to be interesting to see exactly how this hero does work. But all right, guys, so that is going to do it for today's video. Let me know in the comments what you guys think. And as always, thank you guys for watching.